The daring to be great phrase, fighters throw that around as freely as they hit the heavy bag while training. Plenty of them say it, but only some of them live it. Sometimes it's boxing politics that prevents them from getting it on. Other times their words prove to be merely lip service for clout chasing as they ultimately go in a different direction. And then there's those who walk it like they talk it. Mikey Garcia, he walks it like he talks it, man. The 31-year-old had the WBC and the IBF lightweight championships and could have opted to fight Richard Comey, which was his mandatory challenger for the IBF straps. Or perhaps he could have pursued a showdown with the division's other unified ruler, Vasily Lomachenko, to declare an undisputed king at 135. Mikey Garcia, he did neither. Instead, he vacated the IBF title, which Comey went on to claim earlier this month, and he moved up 2 weight divisions to challenge IBF welterweight champion Errol "The Truth" Spence Jr. at AT&T Stadium, home of the Dallas Cowboys, on March 16th.
Say it was never a dream of mine to be a champion, but here I am. Now I don't want to just be champion. I want to be taking on the biggest challenge to prove everybody that I'm much better than they think.
Mikey thinks he may have hurt him, drops him with a crashing right hand and for the second time.
That's why I won the biggest challenge. The biggest challenge right now is Errol Spence, and that's why I went after him. I went and made sure that I could secure that fight. I already know what I'm going to do. I already know how it's going to play out. I already know that I'm winning. I've already won.
Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide, where we talk nothing but this boxing. What's good with your fam? Hey, listen, fam. 2 weeks. We 2 weeks away before Mikey Garcia tries to do the unthinkable and challenges Errol Spence Jr., man. I don't know if y'all realize the magnitude of what's about to happen in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence Jr. won that IBF title off of Kell Brook in May of 2017. You know what I'm saying? Almost 2 years ago. And in that 2 years' time, Errol Spence could not get Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Terrence Crawford. He couldn't get any of the top welterweights in the ring for whatever reason. He could not get none of them inside that ring for whatever reason, man. And you got this guy who started off his career at 126. 126 pounds, man. A small guy. 5'5", 5.5", something like that, man. Little dude who's daring to be great. Mikey Garcia is really daring to be great, man. He's knocking on the door. He's banging on the door of Errol Spence, man, and telling him, I want to come in this house. I want to come in and I want to play with the boogeyman, you know. People have given Errol Spence the name of the boogeyman, and rightfully so. Everybody knows, everybody says Errol is a big guy for welterweight. You know what I'm saying? They say on fight night, he can come in the low 70s. You know what I'm saying? High 60s, low 70s. That's a huge man. That's a huge man. You know what I mean? But Mikey Garcia wants to be great, people. Mikey Garcia wants to face a challenger who nobody thinks he could beat. And that's how you beat great. You got to beat someone that nobody thought you can beat. Nobody thought Sugar Ray Leonard can beat Marvelous Marvin Hagler. You know what I mean? Nobody thought that little Manny Pacquiao could beat Oscar De La Hoya, that he was going to beat Antonio Margarita. You know what I'm saying? Nobody thought that. You know what I mean? And these are the type of fights that makes you great. You know, Roberto Duran jumping up weight classes. You know, he started his career off, lightweight, went all the way up to middleweight. That's why we still talk about him to this day, because he dared to be great and succeeded. You know, how will the boxing world look March 17th if Mikey Garcia is able to defeat Errol Spence Jr. Will we call it the greatest upset in this generation since Douglas knocked out Mike Tyson? You know what I mean? Ask yourself that question, man. Picture what Mikey Garcia is attempting to do. And you got to understand, man, that his nuts as big as watermelons, man. He got big cojones, man. Coño! You know what I mean? This dude said he wanted the toughest challenge, man. He wanted to challenge himself, man. He said he couldn't get up for the Richard Comays, man. You know what I mean? It's mandatory. He couldn't get up for him, you know. And all the bad blood with top ranking Bob Arum, you know, for Lomachenko, he just didn't feel like going through it right now. You know what I'm saying? So he looked around, and he didn't see any other challenges out there for him. So the best thing to do will find the baddest man close to your weight, and go after him. And that's what Mikey Garcia did, man. You know what I'm saying? He started off by saying it. You know, he wanted to go up to, I remember when he said it. He said, I want to go up to welterweight next year, you know, and fight Errol Spence. People laughed him off, man. You know what I'm saying? People thought he was joking. You know what I'm saying? Then he kept on saying it. You know, he kept on saying it. And I'm listening to people saying he clout chasing. You know, Mikey need to stop this shit. You know what I mean? And then they ordered the purse bid for Richard Comey, and people really got on him. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he going to purse bid with Richard Comey. He used Errol Spence's name all that time. This, da. Mikey said, you know what? Here, y'all can have this IBF title. Y'all can have it. I'm chasing greatness. I want the boogeyman at 147. I want Errol Spence Jr. And he took on the challenge, man. You know what I'm saying? People thought we wouldn't get here. People thought this fight wouldn't happen. They thought Mikey was bullshitting, clout chasing. But Mikey wants to be great. And that's what he's going to do. He's going to attempt to be great on March 16th down in Dallas. Here's a quote from the 4-division champion. He says, I've already accomplished a lot. I've already been champion in 4 divisions. I'm looking for the biggest challenges. I'm looking for the biggest fights. I'm looking for greatness, and this is the fight that offers that. If I take on a former champion or just an up-and-comer contender like that, sometimes you don't get the credit you deserve or enough legacy toward that. But taking on this fight definitely does that. Fighting another undefeated champion in a different weight class it just has all the ingredients to give me the respect, to give me the credit, and give me everything to build my legacy, and that's what I really want. That's what it's all about with Mikey Garcia. He wants to build his legacy, man. And don't get me wrong, don't get it twisted. What he's attempting to do is no easy task, as they call Errol Spence the truth for a reason. He's a beast. He's a monster. He stopped his last, 10, 11, 12 opponents? I mean, beat him up bad, broke him down round by round, shot by shot. You know what I'm saying? What is Mikey going to do, man, when Errol Spence get him in the corner, get him on the ropes, and start wailing away with them body shots? Is he going to be able to take it? You know what I mean? Is he going to be able to take it? We're going to see, man. We're going to see March 16th, man. But Mikey Garcia, you know, he wants to be one of those dudes that you know, years from now, you will be talking about him like, yo, Mikey Garcia, he was a bad dude. He was a bad man. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, Mikey says it's going to be one of those nights to remember when, you know, like you remember when Sugar Ray Leonard beat Marvin Hagler, you know? Are we going to say, do you remember when Mikey Garcia went up 2 weight divisions and beat the boogeyman Errol Spence? Is that something that we going to say? It's possible, man. It's possible. You know what I'm saying? Remember when Pacquiao beat De La Hoya? Remember when Roberto Duran beat Sugar Ray Leonard? You know, Mikey want to be, you know, he want to be in that category, man. It's going to be a historic. I know that what is going to be because I know what I'm capable of, says Mikey Garcia. Well, that's what daring to be great is all about, man. It's about challenging yourself to the 10th power, challenging yourself when nobody else thought you could do it. At the outset of this, man, his brother Robert Garcia, slash trainer, didn't want him to do it. His father, Eduardo, didn't want him to do it. Nobody wanted him to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because they know what type of challenge Errol Spence presents, Errol Spence didn't even believe it, said he's just clout chasing. But after his last fight, man, with Robert Easter, and, Jim Gray gave him that microphone, and them words came out of Mikey Garcia's mouth when he said, "I want Errol Spence next." Errol Spence was in attendance, man, and he knew it was real. He knew it was real. They got together. Negotiations wasn't hard, didn't take long, and they made this fight. And now we're 2 weeks away from, one of the biggest fights, anticipated fights of the year. You know what I'm saying? At first, people didn't really want to see this fight. You know what I'm saying? But as they start thinking about it, as they started, watching Mikey train, as they started watching Earl train and talk and, size each other up, man, many people are getting excited about this fight, including myself. I want to see this fight, man. I want to see this fight. I want to see this guy who started his career at 126 challenge himself, challenge the IBF welterweight champion Errol Spence Jr. in what I think is going to be a very, very competitive fight. I think it's going to be a night to remember, man. March 16th, 2 weeks away, Hey, man, I thank y'all for tuning in, man. Big Faces Worldwide, where we talk nothing but that boxing. Where all the time we on our GMB over here. Grown man business. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, don't leave out of here without hitting that subscribe button. Also, you can comment, like, and share this video, and tap on that bell icon so you can be notified when I'm dropping more videos. Till next time, peace. I'll holla back.